All right, so this next one actually hits home for me, because pre Panorama, gotta watch the AI algorithm. Pre Panorama, y'all know what I'm talking about. Me and my wife dealt with spurts of homelessness, and I mean like sleeping in the car. Okay, it's something I don't mind talking about now, but at the time, it was I'm not gonna lie, it was rough. So I'm wondering, the name of this video is how to stealth camp in a Tesla to save money. I don't know how. I'm curious. I need to know this because, I mean, Teslas are kind of roomy. I mean, I'll talk about my experience throughout this video. But let's check this out because I already know some things just off the top of my head that this person has to do. But I'm curious how that differs in an all-electric vehicle from a gasoline, and just some things we may not be thinking about. So let's jump right into this and see what is going on.
In today's episode, we are urban stealth camping in my Tesla near an Anytime Fitness, and it gets pretty scary as cops showed up because there was a fight down the street. Lots of people are also walking by that I like to call zombies, and I give you guys some tips and tricks of how to stealth camp in the city the right way so you can save money on hotels or campground fees. What's up, guys? We're at an Anytime Fitness gym parking lot right now, and most people think that you need an RV, an Airbnb, or even a house to stay overnight in a city. What if I told you that there was another way to overnight car camp in a city and stay for free, basically? Well, there's this place I want to show y'all. It's called Anytime Fitness, and it's $40 a month, but you can pretty much have your own private shower room and a whole entire gym setup for just $40 a month. Not sponsored, but this is how I travel all across the US and for budget friendly. And there is definitely a right way to do this, and there is definitely a wrong way to do this. I'll tell you guys a story. I car camped in the parking lot of Anytime Fitness before, and I almost got robbed. And someone tried to enter my car, a homeless man. And yeah, the parking lots can be pretty shady sometimes. Like right now, there was a fight over at the grocery store right there, and the guy ran off, but the cops came. And yeah, so some of them can be pretty bad. So what you want to do is you want to car camp in one of the neighborhood residential areas nearby. And the way to do that is just go to Google Maps and then look for it on the map. Okay, so
I'm sorry. So the reason why I'm laughing is because it's just some of the stuff he's saying is bringing back memories. So I remember there was a time, so one of the things about being in your car is you quickly realize who else is homeless. Like, you know what to look for to figure it out. Because sometimes it's not as obvious as you would think. You're looking for, like, in Atlanta, they call them J's, basically like people on drugs, crackheads, so forth and so on. But you're looking for somebody that's just like, looks like life has just took a sledgehammer and hit them. A lot of times it doesn't look like that, right? Especially nowadays with what's happening with the economy. A lot of people are fresh to being homeless, so they don't, they're still taking care of themselves. And one of the ways they're doing it is LA Fitness for us. But yeah, you go in there, you take your shower, you're paying like $40 a month or something, so you stay clean. But with the homeless guy, that's what I was laughing at. It was, I remember it being like freezing cold. I mean, literally there's ice on the door, right? In the morning time, there's ice on the door. You have to push the door hard to get it open. We can see our breath inside the car, right? So that particular night of this freezing cold, mind you, it was like December. There's like homeless people coming up to the car and pulling on the car. I'm asleep, I'm knocked out, and my wife is like, somebody's at the door. And like the moment I started moving around the car, the person runs off, because they're scared. They're looking for empty cars to stay warm in. And so you quickly realize, just as someone who is homeless but has a car, there's levels to homelessness. It's not, you're still privileged if you have a car. You got your car. It could be worse. These people don't have any type of protection from rain, sleet, hail, snow. So even that changes your perspective of how bad your situation is. So this guy probably still has a job. Obviously he has a YouTube channel. Hopefully the YouTube channel is doing well, so he still has income coming in. And if he continues at this for a long enough time, he'll be able to climb himself out of his situation if he wants to, or buy an RV or whatever it is. But he'll have some sort of leverage. But there's some people, they don't have this. They're not doing this. They're not doing YouTube to get out. So I was just laughing because I got a lot of stories actually that they have to deal with. I might have to do a whole nother segment just about that, with all the different experiences and how it changed my perspective on a lot of things. But let's keep going because we're just getting started here.
Before you leave your car, you always want to put your window car covers up, so you never know who's going to look in. Tonight's meal of choice, Ritz crackers with some peanut butter. Just a little snack, I'm not too hungry, I already ate earlier, so there you go, peace. If I don't spill this.
And like right now I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking, also the experience of living in a car for a man versus a woman is it's a whole nother level, because he can finish that water bottle, and because of his anatomy, he can use that same water bottle as his waste management. Okay. And it's a whole lot. It's another ball game for a woman. Not even mentioning like where they gonna have space to like physically squat to. You get the picture.
So the coolest thing about this setup is nobody knows I'm here. So we got our window car covers all the way from the front to the side and all the way to the back, and no one can see through the moonroof. So yeah. If you guys haven't watched this Netflix series, The Murder of Gabby Petito.
And not to interrupt this too many times in the beginning here, because I'm doing a lot of interruptions, but he just said nobody knows. Nobody knows I'm here. Listen, they will know you're there. You know how I know? Because if he sleeps there overnight, his breath is going to fog up the car. Unless he keeps the car on all night, which he's riding a Tesla, so it's going to drain the battery. That's not a good idea. They're going to know you're in there, bro. Like, I don't know if maybe because he has the windshield things up and it's like anti-fog or something, they're gonna know. It's happened so many times. It could just be you in there, because people always think when they see fog on the car, oh, they're doing something. It's, dude, I'm trying to get some sleep. Just leave me alone. I'm trying to get some sleep. There's fog in the windshield. They always try to walk up to the car. They think something's going on. It's annoying, really. So when I see it in public now, I'm just like, I hope they get out of this situation. But people can be douchebags. Why are you bothering? Why are you bothering people, sir? Just leave them alone. They're already going through enough.
Oh my God, it is so scary. It's about this van life girl that pretty much, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it's about van life, and it's a scary story that actually happened in Moab. All right, so as predicted, as the night goes on, the parking lot gets a little bit more empty. As you can see, there's barely any cars there now. And we're starting to become the only one here. Okay, I installed this light here so I can get more light. So this is all my clothes. This is my toiletry bag. So I have all this set up in here. It's an organized system. So basically, like my shorts go in here. All the shorts go in one spot, right? One bag. All the pants go right here. So this is my jogging pants, and all my shirts go in here. And so you see everything has a home. And as I zip it back up, these are my socks. So as you can see, everything's compact. These packing cubes make everything more compressed. Therefore, you have more room inside your frunk. So now,
and I also want to say, I don't know if this guy's actually homeless. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, because it says how to stealth camp in a Tesla to save money. It doesn't actually say he's homeless. So I just want to add that in as a disclaimer. I don't want, if he sees this, I don't want him to think, oh, you just assumed. I did, but now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, yeah. Just in case. All right.
now we're entering the Anytime Fitness. So all of these have a key fob. So when you enter in, it's all 24-hour access. So you can enter this anytime. Okay, so you're probably wondering, Nico, why don't you use Planet Fitness instead? Well, it's $10 a month over there versus this one is $40. But the key thing with Anytime Fitness is the key fob thing, and you just have this private shower room. I know Planet Fitness has a shower area, but it's not closed off like this. Like, you could use this and be in your own zone, basically. Okay, here's the main event. Okay, that right there, and sometimes they have body wash and shampoo and stuff. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. It has an outlet for all your stuff, it has a sink, a toilet, and a shower. So you can skip the campgrounds, you can skip the hotels. This is $40 a month, and you get an entire private bathroom in every single Anytime Fitness all across the US. These are like franchised, meaning they're owned by family owned. And so it's cool because each one is kind of different. Sometimes you get really nice ones like this one, and sometimes you get really crappy ones like in the middle of nowhere. But this is one of the nicer ones, and I'm gonna take a shower basically and get ready for the night. My name's Nico.
I tell you what, that's a lot better than my experience at LA Fitness with the showers, because I can't tell you how many butt cheeks I had to watch, and occasionally front side action. Yeah, some men just like to have it all hanging out. Not to mention the amount of people I heard spitting in the shower. I mean, it's some gross stuff. You know, you definitely want to have some flip flops when you're in the public shower. And you'll see some guys that walk around without it, and then wonder how they got foot fungus. It is much better to have a private shower. So shout out to Anytime Fitness on that one. But let's continue.
Murillo, and I created the world's first Tesla van by ripping out the passenger seat of the Tesla Model Y, but also putting an entire bed frame in here, so that way I can sleep in here and skip hotels while traveling.
Yo, I like that. I like that. Okay, now the video's getting interesting, because that right there, you be surprised at just how much being able to stretch all the way out and relax can make your living experience in a car go from this to this. Okay, it's not gonna jump. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not gonna jump, but that brings a lot more comfort to the experience. Because there was one time we were staying in it was like a Honda. It wasn't a Honda. It was a Toyota like Corolla or something. And then it went from that to it was like a SUV. And in the SUV, I was able to put a blow up mattress. Kid you not. And that made the living experience from the car to the SUV like a huge difference in my mind. I was able to, relax. I was able to stretch out. We're in a different place now. Like, this was like I said, like somewhere in 2016 and somewhere in 2019, right? This happened twice. So there is definitely something to being able to make something like this for your car, and then it just helps you deal with what you're going through, because I don't know, if you don't have your own place to get away from life, to just focus and like regroup yourself, life can be even harder. So shout out to this guy. This is genius.
This is the problem and issue I'm having. There's this gap right here that I just sink into all the time, and it's very annoying. Today's sponsor is by Elegear, and I'll show you guys the sleeping pad. But when I put it in here, it's a 3-inch memory foam mattress, and it's self-inflated,
got a sponsor.
so you don't have to
He's doing good.
use, like, you don't have to blow into it. Pause.
Pause.
Okay, so it comes in this
Oh, this
giant
guy has a
carrying
whole
case.
house. Okay, so like I was saying, this guy is he's just camping. He's got 53,000 subscribers. Okay, yeah, he's doing pretty well. He's got a thing going here. I didn't want to make this video too long, but he already covered quite a few things that I've experienced. I do want to watch this later. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to make this video too long, but he's already talked about the neighborhoods, the parking lots. I've got a lot of funny stories. There was one time I was sleeping in this parking lot. My wife wasn't in the car with me during that time. And I'm asleep basically at my job in the parking lot. And at the place where I was at, across the street, there was like this club. So it's the weekend. It's like maybe a Friday night or a Saturday night. And I kid you not, I fall asleep like, I don't know, 11:45 or something. By 1 a.m., I hear, bow, 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 gunshots. I don't even, and it sounds like it's right next to my head. I just get up, crank up the car. I don't even look behind me. I mash the gas, and I'm just driving crazy. I go over the sidewalk. I'm running over speed bumps, flying in the air. Like, I'm doing everything to get to the highway. And like, I look behind me and I realize I see the club. The club's behind me. There was a shootout at the club. It was like this Spanish club. And there was a shootout, and you see all the people, people running out, men running out, women running out, and I just hightail it out of there. And I was like, yeah, I gotta find a neighborhood or something, because this ain't gonna work. These parking lots are not it. These parking lots, I got other stories about parking lots and stuff, but that one is like one of the highlights. It's one of the best stories, because that right there, it was, if you saw me in real time, it was just like, bow, like I cranked the car up so fast, got out of there. It was like on autopilot. I didn't even think twice. I mean, if there was a cat or, you know, some wild animal there, rest in peace, I ran it over. I wasn't thinking twice. It was over with. But yeah, there's a lot more that you have to consider when you're sleeping in your car. There are a lot of safety hazards, especially for women. There's people that are, you know, probably, I'm certain that will try to prey on people that are deciding to go into this lifestyle, or they've been forced into this lifestyle because of prices. It is definitely not something I would necessarily volunteer for, but I get it. I was there. I understand. It nobody has to tell it to me. I understand. But hopefully videos like this help other people that aren't in that situation, kind of get a feel for what it's like to be in the car, and then maybe some of my stories have helped you understand some of the things you have to think about, or maybe you're just like thinking about it and you're trying to see everything that you can about living in your car. So maybe I should have just made a video specifically about that, because I wasn't sure what this video was going to be completely about. But this guy doesn't appear to be living in his car exclusively. He's got the charge up station here. So this guy is just maybe he's just showing us how to. Matter of fact, let me click on his channel. We're gonna promote him. We're gonna promote him. I'm the one that needs promotion. So this is he does videos about Teslas, apparently. Why live rent free in the world's first Tesla van? 5 days living in a Tesla, America's hottest city. So maybe I don't know if he's living in his car or not. Maybe he's charging up at a friend's house. I don't know, but I know he's on the right path. You guys go check him out, Nico Murillo. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video right here and get on to the next video. So